guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be going through why Pluto is no longer a planet. Okay, so this happened back in 2006, so it's not a real big deal, but back then for me it was like the biggest deal of my life. I was like, how could you make a planet not a planet anymore? Okay, so Pluto is technically classed as a dwarf planet. So that was purely because in 2005 a dwarf planet was discovered which had 27 larger mass than Pluto. So it was bigger than Pluto, and then they kind of thought, okay, well, we need to define what a planet is. So after they found that other planet in 2005, they went, let's define the planets and give them 3 specific rules that they have to meet. Okay, so rule number 1, the planet must orbit the sun. So yes, Pluto does meet that first criteria, as do all the other planets in the solar system. So far, Pluto is considered a planet. So number 2, it has sufficient mass to assume hydrostatic equilibrium. So essentially that means that it keeps the round sort of sphere looking shape. And yes, Pluto also does meet this second criteria. And okay, so the third criteria is it clears the neighborhood. So that is where Pluto doesn't actually meet that third criteria. So when you're talking about clearing the neighborhood, essentially it's got more than just its own little satellites, planet or satellite moons and all that around it. So because Pluto is actually so far out of our solar system that it technically doesn't clear the neighborhood, it isn't considered a planet, it's considered a dwarf planet. So back in 2006 when I did find that out, I was very sad. But now that I've grown up, a whole 13 years later, 14 years later, it's 2020, I totally understand where they're coming from. But still, it is kind of sad that Pluto is no longer part of the solar system. Especially when you think about it now that there's kids growing up that when they're taught about the planets, Pluto is not included on that list. Whereas when I grew up, I remember being in year 4 and thinking, hell yeah, it's so great having all these planets. But no, Pluto's not a planet anymore. How sad. But yeah, they are the reasons why Pluto is no longer a planet, if you didn't know or you wanted to know. If you have anything else that you'd want me to talk about, please let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye guys!